How did a company that once made batteries for cell phones become the biggest electric car maker in the world? For years, one name dominated the electric vehicle conversation: Tesla. It was the brand everyone knew. It was the future. But while we were all watching Tesla, another company was quietly building an empire. This company is BYD. BYD stands for Build Your Dreams. In a stunning turn of events, BYD sold more electric vehicles than Tesla. They took the #1 spot. The world was surprised. How did this happen? What is their secret formula? The story is not just about cars, it is about strategy technology, a different way of thinking about the electric future. This journey to the top was not an accident. It was a carefully planned mission that started decades ago. BYD did not just decide to make cars one day. They began with a deep understanding of the most important part of an electric car: the battery. This foundation gave them a huge advantage. They were not just assembling parts made by others, they were creating the very heart of their vehicles. We will explore the 5 key reasons behind BYD's success. We'll count down from 5 to 1, uncovering strategic choices that let them overtake Tesla and reshape the global automotive landscape. Is this a temporary victory, or a permanent shift in power? Our countdown begins with reason number 5. BYD offers a car for almost everyone. Think about it. When you look at Tesla's lineup, you see a few very specific models. They are high quality, high tech, and often come with a high price tag. This works for the premium segment, but what about everyone else? The family that needs an affordable car for daily errands? The young driver buying their very first car? BYD saw a massive opportunity. They didn't focus on one customer type. They built a wide variety of vehicles for many people. BYD Seagull, BYD Dolphin, BYD Seal, BYD Tang. BYD's range is a cornerstone of their success. Small, affordable city cars like the Seagull have surprisingly low price points at home. That model alone brought EVs within reach for millions. They also offer stylish sedans like the Seal for families, SUVs like the Tang. This something-for-everyone approach expands their customer base. To be #1, sell to the many, not just the few. Coming in at number 4 on our list is a strategy that gives BYD incredible control and power: vertical integration. This might sound like a complicated business term, but the idea is very simple. It means that BYD makes almost everything for its cars by itself. While many other car companies, including Tesla, rely on a global network of suppliers for different parts, BYD decided to build its own components. They manufacture their own batteries, they manufacture their own electric motors, they manufacture their own electronic control units, they even manufacture the semiconductors that power the car's computer systems. This is a massive undertaking, but it gives them a tremendous competitive edge. Imagine a car company that does not have to wait for a supplier in another country to ship them a critical part. That is the reality for BYD. During the recent global supply chain crisis, many automakers had to halt production because they could not get the computer chips they needed. Their factories sat idle, and customers had to wait months or even years for their new cars. BYD, however, was much less affected. Because they make their own chips and other essential parts, they could keep their production lines running smoothly. This ability to control their own destiny is a superpower in the modern manufacturing world. This in-house approach also helps them control costs in a big way. They are not just building cars, they are building an entire self-sufficient ecosystem that is designed for maximum efficiency and minimum cost. At the heart of BYD's success, number 3 on our list is a piece of technology that changed the game: the Blade battery. For an electric car, the battery is everything. It determines the car's range, its safety, a large part of its cost. For years, EV batteries had a major weakness. They were made of many small cells packed into modules. This design was complex, heavy, and raised safety concerns in a crash. BYD knew solving the battery problem meant solving the electric car problem. And that is exactly what they did with the Blade battery. The Blade battery is completely different from traditional EV batteries. Instead of many small cells, it uses long, thin cells that look like blades. These blades are arranged in an array and inserted directly into the battery pack. The design removes bulky modules, so the pack can hold more active material in the same space. That gives longer range without a bigger, heavier battery. The biggest innovation is safety. BYD uses lithium iron phosphate, LFP, much more stable and less prone to overheating. The Blade battery did not. It stayed stable and barely warmed. Now, as we continue our countdown, it is time for a surprising fact many people outside of Asia do not realize. When you think of BYD, You might think of it as a Chinese company primarily selling cars in China, but their ambition and their reach extend far beyond their home country. Here is the surprise. BYD is already one of the largest electric bus manufacturers in the world, with its vehicles operating in hundreds of cities across Europe, North America, South America. You may have even ridden on a BYD bus in a city like London, Los Angeles, Santiago without ever knowing it. This is a key part of their quiet global expansion. This strategy of starting with commercial vehicles like buses and taxis is, honestly, pretty brilliant. It allows BYD to enter new markets and build a reputation for reliability and quality before they even start selling passenger cars. We are now at reason number two. Reason number two. And this is a point that is often debated and can be controversial. No company, especially in a strategic industry like electric vehicles, succeeds in a vacuum. BYD's rapid growth has been significantly supported by the Chinese government. For decades, the government in Beijing has identified new energy vehicles as a critical industry for the country's future. They saw it as an opportunity to become a global leader in technology. They wanted to reduce air pollution in their cities and decrease their dependence on imported oil. This support came in many forms. One of the most direct ways was through generous subsidies for consumers. For many years, if you bought an electric car in China, the government would pay for a significant portion of the price. This made EVs much more affordable for ordinary people and created a massive domestic market almost overnight. BYD, with its wide range of affordable models, was perfectly positioned to benefit from this policy. Millions of Chinese consumers were encouraged to switch to electric, and BYD was there to provide the cars, leading to explosive sales growth within their home market. Beyond consumer subsidies, the government also provided strong support directly to the companies: research and development grants, low-interest loans for building new factories, preferential treatment when it came to land use and regulations. And now, we have arrived at the number one reason, the single most important strategy, that propelled BYD past Tesla to become the world's top seller of electrified vehicles. It is a strategy that seems counterintuitive at first. They did not go all in on pure electrics. Instead, BYD embraced plug-in hybrids, or PHEVs, as a critical bridge for consumers. A plug-in hybrid has both a battery and a small gasoline engine. It can drive a certain distance on pure electric power, perfect for daily commutes, but it also has the gasoline engine as a backup for longer trips. This simple concept solved the biggest fear for many potential EV buyers: range anxiety. For millions of people, the idea of owning a pure electric car is still intimidating. They worry about where they will charge it, especially on a long journey. They wonder what will happen if they run out of power far from home. BYD understood this psychological barrier perfectly. Instead of trying to convince everyone to immediately jump to a fully electric car, they offered a compromise. Their PHEV models gave customers the best of both worlds. This strategy proved to be a masterstroke. So what does all of this mean for the future? BYD's rise to the top is not just the story of one company's success, it signals a major shift in the entire automotive world. The era of a single company dominating the EV conversation is over. We are now entering a new phase of intense global competition, with multiple powerful players from different parts of the world. This is ultimately great news for consumers. This competition will drive innovation faster, push prices lower, and give us all more choices than ever before when it comes to buying an electric car. The race is just getting started. One of the biggest questions now is how Western automakers will respond. Tesla, Ford, Volkswagen. They can no longer afford to underestimate companies like BYD. They will need to accelerate their own plans to produce more affordable electric vehicles and secure their own battery supply chains. We are likely to see more partnerships, more investment in new technology, and a renewed focus on what mainstream buyers actually want. The pressure is on, and the companies that cannot adapt to this new, more competitive landscape will be left behind in this historic transition.